Hi everyone, this is Aki with a quick video on taxes and the different options that are available to taxpayers to file for tax year 2021. So when you consider filing your taxes, you have to ask yourself, do you want to file it yourself or do you want help from a tax pro? And there's some things that you have to consider, whether your budget, how much money you can spend on tax preparation, how much time do you have, whether you feel comfortable doing it yourself, or do you feel comfortable using technology, and so on. If you do want to file it yourself, you also have two different options. The first one is free, and the other one is paid. The IRS Free File program right now for tax year 2021, they have 8 different companies that are in the program. So basically they produce a software for taxpayers that are free of charge. You do have to qualify, so your income can't be more than $73,000, for example, for tax year 2021. And there's some other qualification criteria which I will go over in another video. If you do want to use a brand software, that's a paid version, although many do have a version that's free, but usually it's not as generous in some of the programs under IRS Free File. But there is an option for you if you want to file it yourself and you feel comfortable using the software. If you do want to help from a tax pro, there's also a free version as well as a paid one that we usually think about when we think about filing taxes. The free version is sponsored by IRS, VITA, and TCE on-site programs. VITA stands for Volunteer Income Tax Assistance. And TCE, I keep forgetting, it's Tax Counseling for the Elderly, and many of the TCE sites are ran by AARP volunteers, and this is really great. Many of the programs actually have this different qualification and scope, so some things will not be covered under them, but some actually have very generous income level that you can't go above before you qualify. Some programs have less than 73,000. Some can have more than that, but certain things won't be covered. Like, let's say if you have a rental property, many of these programs don't cover that, and so on. But it's really great. Let's say if you have pretty simple situation, let's say if you had a withholding for 3 years and you haven't filed, you can file for 3 years at these sites. So they're really a great option for some taxpayers. Now another option is obviously the paid tax preparer one, and there's many retail locations for some of these giants that are out there. Maybe you have a relationship with a tax preparer for over the years. They know your situation, you feel comfortable. Maybe your situation more complex, maybe you have a business on the side, and so on. And they also have a lot of hybrid options nowadays. So it's not the same as 10 years ago where you just had to go and see someone. You could drop it off and pick it up when your situation hasn't changed from year to year, or maybe you can prepare it yourself and someone can oversee and double check everything. So look into that. There are other options like that. And so to summarize, basically your filing options are, if you want to file it yourself, you have to decide if you want to do it yourself or you want to do with tax pro. And each of these options have the free version as well as the paid version. So you have to decide for yourself. Basically, I got a message. Basically, you have to decide for yourself what's best for your family, considering some of these factors that we talked about. So thanks for watching.